Oh, the irony. Ha 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 ha. Hello everybody, this is Motamata here once again with more vanilla Minecraft, and you might be wondering why I'm standing at the edge of this long tunnel. And you also might be wondering why I have Haste 2 and an Efficiency 5 pickaxe. That's because there's this giant beacon behind me. Yes, it is actually very, very giant. It's the biggest beacon that you can have. Well, it's not the biggest beacon structure, but it's the biggest functional beacon that you can have. And basically, this takes 164 blocks of any sort of mineral except redstone, coal, and lapis. Basically, that means diamonds, emeralds, gold, and iron will work with this. I've used gold and iron. Basically, I just had barely enough to do this. I needed 3 more stacks of iron, so I just went caving for like a half an hour and came back, and I actually had enough just to start doing this. And the reason why this is so important is because, as you saw a preview of it when I was mining this out, if you have an Efficiency 5 diamond pickaxe and you have Haste 2, that is the fastest that you can possibly go in the game. And that just reaches the limit as to where you can mine blocks literally instantly. This is faster than you would be able to mine stone in creative, because in creative there's that sort of, block limit. You have to there's a delay in between when you have to break the blocks. But I'm mining so fast right now that I literally don't even I'm not there's no block halting in the middle of this. I'm mining so fast. Which basically means you just have to walk around like this and mine out the whole thing, and then you'll just get a crap ton of stuff. And that's what I'm going to be doing. However, your pickaxe does need to be repaired a lot. But, of course, since this is freaking cheap as crap 1.8, I'm willing to bet that I'm probably going to get the levels that I need to repair my pickaxe just by mining out the stuff that I get with my pickaxe. So, yeah, by the way, the beacon, if you didn't guess by now, I used the nether star we got in the last episode to actually... I just heard some really weird noise that I think just came from the game, and I have no idea what it was. Now, this is a much more easy and profitable way of mining than branch mining because, first of all, you literally uncover every space that you possibly can. Most branch mining involves the most efficient way, quote-unquote, of moving space, basically uncovering the most amount of blocks possible, but you're still missing material. And the reason that you're missing material is obviously because you're trying to conserve time by removing the least amount of blocks as possible, but that doesn't really apply here because it doesn't really take any time at all to remove a block. And of course, this means that I can actually mine out the bigger portions of my house. I was talking about this for a while, and I also mentioned it as the only reason why I wasn't expanding my house, because you can see, obviously, how much easier it is to clear out stone with the beacon. Oh! Oh, look at what we found! I accidentally mined one of them, but who cares about that? Okay, well, I probably should care about that. It is diamond, after all. 20 so far. I've been down here for like 10 minutes, max. So, yeah, really, really efficient. I'm going to get rich super fast with this. However, it does build up a lot of entities. As you can see, there are 650 of them right now. So if you have a laggy computer, I don't recommend doing it this fast. Oh, it's not even a surprise anymore. Well, I mean, it kind of is because I went, oh, but anyway, here's more of them, which my fortune is absolutely not helping me with. Help me a little bit. Oh man, I love this. I have not been this rich in a long time, and I swear I'm not used to it. All right, let's do this again. Fortune, you freaking suck. You really suck. You got me like you literally got me like one extra time in there. Still, 42, a respectable number. The meaning of life, the universe, and everything. Almost 900 entities now. However, if you are looking for iron, I do not recommend this. I recommend just going in a cave if it's iron you're after. If it's diamonds or redstone or gold or lapis or pretty much every other material than iron and coal, this is the way to go, definitely. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure we got a pretty decent haul out of that. 6 stacks of redstone, 43 diamonds, a stack of 64 and 43 iron, 23 gold. Yeah, for 13 minutes, that's not too bad, is it? Okay, well, also, one extra note, one final note, that is, the beacon has to be connected in some way to the sun, which is the most annoying part of this technique is setting up the beacon, in my opinion, because really, that is the most annoying part of it. Simply just because, oh my goodness, everything. You do not want to have to set up this beacon more than like 400 times. Setting up the beacon probably takes longer than actually mining up the air. That's not true, but it still takes a long time, okay? I just realized that I have no excuse not to work on my house now. That sucks. Well, I can get around it like that. That's 26. Yeah, definitely going to 14. I'm also definitely doing that. So I'm going to put you in here. Don't mind me. Naming them does not lower the cost anymore. Sadly. I like that mechanic. It actually gave you a reason to name your tools. Now I don't really have any. So the beacon is definitely not affecting... Oh! Where's the beacon at? That's affecting me all the way up here. Holy crap. It's not affecting me anymore. Oh, yeah, it is. I was not expecting that. Okay. Well, all I need to do... Okay, well, so far, I've been able to work out this little tunnel thingy-majigger over here. For some reason, I migrated, moving this stuff over here. I don't really know why I chose this side, but don't question me. So... just a little sandstone nether brick design here, going from the walls and the ceiling and stuff, and it's awesome like that. You might be wondering why there's a hole here, and don't worry, because I am too. Okay, so I figured out what I'm going to use the hole for, and it is this. You can probably guess what I'm doing just by seeing the slime block there. I am building an elevator, and a Sethbling elevator at that. Yeah, I used Etho's mining strategy and Sethbling's elevator, but... why use something worse when the best have already made it? That's my motto. It's not really because it's the first time I've ever said that, but whatever. Anyway, this is going to be an elevator system. The reason why there are furnaces around the slime block is because there are tile entities, and a slime block cannot pick up tile entities, so basically it won't pull the whole entire wall with it if I put furnaces next to it, so that's good. Now, I'm going to need to space these elevators perfectly away from each other so that I can get up this the fastest and the cleanest way possible, which is why I've spaced these 4 blocks away from each other. So, what you have to do now to make this elevator work is not break the tripwire, but I did it anyway because I'm a rebel like that. I probably should have, cleared up my inventory a little bit before doing this, but hey, whatever. Then what you gotta do is take this iron ore, because why not? But anyway, you gotta put a bit of redstone under this, which I'm just gonna put my food out of my hotbar. I don't really need it right now. Crap, I need repeaters. And yes, it does have to protrude like this off to the side, or else this piston won't get powered when it gets pushed out. So, let's test out how this works. Now all I need to do is connect these two. And boing, there we go. As you can see, the piston goes out and extends, and that's exactly what we want it to do. So, 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's a tripwire right here. And then I just need to set this up again. So I just need to copy this on the other side and put it in here. Like this. Now what I am going to have to do though is put a furnace right here too, so that it doesn't attach itself to it. So now when I put a slime block right here, and actually I'm going to need to take these blocks away too so it doesn't attach itself to them. Now all I should have to do is connect it and it should work. Or this one doesn't have a not block underneath it. Oh, whoops. This block is still here. Okay. That looks about right. Which means I'm also going to have to attach another furnace over here. Okay, now 3 blocks below this piston right here. If I can actually get over there. 1, 2, 3. This is where the floor is. And by the floor, I mean the actual place where the piston launcher thingy is. With furnaces around it so that they don't, go all over the place and bring the floor up and do weird things that you don't want them to do. And then you need to do some stuff that I don't have with me because I am dumb and I forgot to bring it down here. Now all one needs to do is put these glass panes on here because of the fact that you need to center yourself right in between these 2 blocks for this elevator to work, and glass panes makes that a lot easier. Put a button right here so that you can actually start it. Well, I mean, you could put a pressure plate, but why isn't it starting? Oh, I didn't even... Why was I thinking it would start? I didn't even put a freaking piston under it. I'm not magic. Which means I'm going to need to take apart one of these to actually fit a piston under here. There we go. Now, let's see what happens. That is the perfect elevator. That will help me a lot when getting up and down the different levels of my mansion cave thingy-majigger. Because to get down, all I actually have to do is just go down here and get hurt, because I didn't actually put any more slime blocks down here. But I'm probably going to do that just so that I can actually jump down here like a normal person. But isn't this just so cool? Just look at it. Just look at that. Look at the majesty of that. So basically, if you're not aware, the only thing that's going on here is slime blocks, whenever they push up or push sideways and an entity is near them, it propels the entity at a speed of which I don't even know, but it propels them, so when the slime blocks go up, basically it causes me to jump up on each of these, and then this one pushes me forward. So basically all I have to do to climb up a giant set of stairs is just press one button and then sit there for a half a second, and then I'm back up here. So that's just awesome. And because the work I'm doing is so perilous, I'm just gonna go ahead and put feather falling on these boots, because why not? Okay, so I cleaned up the area a little bit, and by cleaned up, I mean I kind of made this look like it's eroding for a reason upon reasons, and that reason is I don't want to continue with this strict mansion sort of feeling where all the rooms are, you know, symmetrical and all this crap. I mean, the rooms are still going to be pretty symmetrical, but I want this to have sort of a more natural feel to it. I want this cave to sort of erode into something that it wasn't previously. This mansion is going to be very multi-thingular, if you know what I mean. You probably don't know what I mean. I don't even know what I mean. If you can figure out what I mean, then you win a cookie. But now this is when having a haste beacon would really help, so I think I'm going to bring it over here, because I'm going to try and mine out a large area. Oh, by the way, mining up beacons is the most annoying thing in the whole world. I could turn this into a slime farm if I wanted to. Apparently I had a slime chunk somewhere. That's pretty useful, actually. Okay, well, this beacon right here took forever to set up. I have literally been trying to do this for like 30 minutes now. And the reason is, see, I tried to put the beacon here first, which is why there's a giant hole down here. But I realized then that if I was going to have the beacon pointing in the middle of the fountain like I had planned to, that meant that I really had to basically make sure that every block above the fountain, including the entrance, this hidden entrance to the house, was basically an opaque, not opaque block, which was pretty much nearly impossible to do, considering that I had to remove the roof of the old house. I had to do all this crap that I really didn't want to do, because I completely forgot about how difficult it would have been to do that. So I basically ended up moving the beacon around for a million years, and then eventually figuring out that it wasn't going to work. So then I had to completely move the beacon to a new spot, and then I figured out that wasn't going to work, so I moved it to a new spot that I made sure firsthand that was going to work, and then it worked. So yeah, that took a lot longer than I wanted it to. That took a lot longer than it really, really needed to. In fact, that took longer than anything needed to. That's probably the longest taking thing that I've done in this world, which is saying a lot considering that I built a giant mansion. In terms of, you know, time to progress that I got accomplished there, that was like a -2 on the scale of 1 to 10. Yeah, so the beacon's right here now. This isn't the best spot for a beacon, especially considering that, well, there's a giant hole right here. So I'm just going to put a trapdoor there, just in case I ever decide to walk straight over that. So yeah, now I can actually replace this. See, I had a fence there. It looks super ugly because the beacon was like directly in the middle of the house. You know what? They need to add different color freaking thingies. Yeah, exactly. I mean, different color trapdoors. There. Now this isn't so screwed up anymore, and I can actually mine out the rest of the house with a haste beacon. But, of course, this riveting episode is going to have to come to an end. I realize this was the most exciting thing that you've seen since the Wither fight, so I'm going to stop torturing you with my awesomeness now. So, wow, that actually looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, I did put it right above this water thing, didn't I? I don't know why I did that, but I did it anyway. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and leave a like if you liked it, and even if you didn't like it, you should leave a like anyway. Yeah, exactly. So, thank you for watching, and bye!